Welcome to Daily Bread. As always, this reading is timeless, which means whenever you find this message, or whenever this message finds you, is when you're meant to see it. So please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. The energy's already been cleared. Let's get started. Let's start by asking Source, what is the energy we need to focus on for today's message? Source, what is the energy we need to focus on for today's message? What's the energy we need to focus on for today's message? Okay, got some jump in the cards today. What's gonna pop out, I wonder? Shadow self. And worlds within worlds. All right, so right off the bat, Source is telling somebody who's working on their self-esteem right now, that your self-esteem is going to manifest itself through creativity. So someone who has been going through a round of depression or a round of anxiety or a round of that internal stress, there's unsteadiness. Maybe you've been moody. Maybe you've been extra clingy. Maybe you've been feeling mistrustful of people. Maybe whatever it is, your energy's just been kind of murky. You have this storm inside that's going on right now. And Source is saying that right now, the key to your stability is to engage your creativity and do something creative. Do something that at the end of it, something that was not there is there. And that's what this world within worlds with this shadow self is telling me. So if you've been thinking about writing, you need to write poetry, maybe a story, a short story, maybe start working on a novel. If you've been thinking about painting, you need to paint. If you've been thinking about carving something, you need to carve it. If you've been thinking about sculpting, you need to do it. Whatever it is, it could be cooking, whatever it is, baking, whatever it is that gives you the ability to express yourself in a creative way and have something tangible at the end of that. Source is saying engage that, and that is going to calm that inner storm within you. And what it's also going to do is it's going to open up opportunities for abundance in your life. So let's go into the tarot and see what else Source is trying to tell us about our shadow work and our worlds within worlds and how to come out of this dark space by engaging our creativity. See what else is going to come our way. All right. So we have the Six of Wands. Yeah, right off the bat, this is showing me that somebody is going to be victorious and coming out of this dark space that you have been into. Someone's going to get some attention. This is also represents victory in an area. So if there is a talent or a skill that you've been practicing in silence or in the shadows, now is the time for you to share this to light too. So engaging your creativity and sharing it. And I see someone who's going to be garnering some attention here. So with this Five of Wands, I'm also seeing that there was a lot of struggle. There's still a lot of doubt, and there's a lot of self-conflict going on in your mind. I see you having, actually, now I'm starting to see that some of those doubts and fears about climbing the ladder and engaging and being social and reaching for higher opportunities and taking action to change your state, I see those doubts are going to be going away. And that's reinforced by the Sun card here, which again is the most positive card in the deck. So this is letting me know that any doubts or concerns that you're currently going through or struggling with, they're going to go away. And they're going to have successful resolutions. So I see somebody who maybe was at work, whatever you do for a living, there may have been stress and conflict and mistrust there. And maybe you weren't so sure about who was really supportive of you and who wasn't. And Source is telling you right now that there are a lot of people that support you. And there are some people who support you out of respect. And maybe they don't necessarily like you, and that's fine. But you have people around you who understand your value and your worth. And sometimes that's enough to make people do what needs to be done. And so there are people who are supporting you. You got your haters supporting you now. And that's the kind of success that I'm seeing for you going forward. So Source is saying really engage your creativity, engage your problem solving skills, and put your mind to work on the things that are in front of you. And what I mean by the things that are in front of you, when you are doing your shadow work, when you are trying to get rid of this energy that is pent up and expressing itself and making you feel in negative ways, that is when you need to work on channeling your energy towards your problems, because that's really good energy. If you can channel the creative aspect through it as well and throw some creative problem solving in there, that's the perfect time to solve your problems. And I see someone who's going to have a lot of success in doing that. And someone should keep a journal for that. I'm going to go to the Oracle and see what actions or advice I have from Source about thinker. Yep, absolutely. I see somebody who needs to really think about how they want to direct their energy and think about what are your goals. So I see someone who, okay, yeah, with this Five of Wands, before I forget, it's about making a plan. It's about making actionable plans, because when you make a plan, you succeed. So there's no coincidence that it's the Five and Six of Wands out here, because the Five is about making a plan and making action on that plan. And the Six is about living on the successes of the victory of having followed that plan. And this is further reinforced by the Sun card, which tells me that there are successful outcomes. So someone needs to be sitting down and thinking about their plan. So write down what your plan is for yourself. Make a plan. And when I say make a plan, that also means managing energy management plan. Because we can't manage time, but we can only manage the energy that we have within the time that we can spend. So someone is going to start managing their energy better to intentionally include time for recreational fun, time where you will specifically tell yourself, I'm going to turn off the things that are always going in my mind, and I'm going to give myself an opportunity to have a little vacation from myself. And how do you do that? You're going to start doing that with your creative endeavors, and someone needs to make a plan to incorporate those things into their life. So let's go to the Loving Universe Major Arcana and see if there are any lessons to go along with our message today. Again, please, if this is resonating with you, like, follow, share, leave a comment. Judgment. Absolutely. Judgment reminds us that ultimately we get control over how we feel about ourselves and our life. And when we have the opportunity to be critical on ourselves, are we doing that? When we have the opportunity to be more constructive with ourselves, are we doing that? So what Source is telling someone right now is, while you're going through this period of reflection, to really pay attention to how you are evaluating yourself. And are you being critical of yourself? Are you being constructive of yourself? And when you are engaging yourself in creative activities and you are being constructive with yourself, that's when you're going to break free from these depressions. You're going to break free from these anxieties. You're going to break free from these cycles of trauma. And when you make this plan to start incorporating creative time and restorative time into your life, that's what's going to be the spark to set it all off. So that's the reading that I have for you today. And if this resonated with you, please follow, share, comment, and I will see you next time.